Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. I welcome you all in my class. So, first here today we are going to start our lesson It's Country for Me, a Story by Patricia Demuth. So, as you all know it very well that the syllabus and the content of the first year that has been changed, but there are certain content or the certain features that are the part of the syllabus as it was the part of previous syllabus. Okay, so there are certain topics that are the part of the syllabus now. Among all these topics there is a topic that is It's Country for Me, right? On the other hand, as far as your paper pattern is concerned, it is going to be the same. As for paper pattern, there is no further notice regarding this way. So dear students, we are going to start with our story that it is Country for Me. If you have your books with you, you may open page number 39. It's from the unit 2, environment and environment nature. So before we are going to start It's Country for Me, this is a story, this is reading is about 13 years old boy George, who lives on a farm with his parents and siblings. After school and on weekends he helps his father and elder brother do farm work. So let's find out what sort of farm work he does. But before we are going to proceed towards the text, before we are going to go through the text, it's very much necessary that we should know what is the background of the story and what is the essence of the text, where from the writer got all these storylines. So let's get the introduction of the writer. So It's Country for Me is by Patricia Demuth. Patricia Demuth grew up in a small town in Iowa. Then she had lots of time to play outside with her 5 brothers and 3 sisters. When she was not out exploring, she was reading. The time she spent as a child on her family sheep farm still inspire her writing today. So we'll see that as we are going to find out rather Patricia in the story herself. Either she had been she had spent a lot of time in the farm with her family, so it means that all those settings, all those things, all those memories and the settings would be described in the same way in the story as well. The time she spent as a child on her family sheep farm still inspire her writing today. 3 of her first 4 books were set on farms, so many of her books are set part of the farm. They are the part of the story that are the part of all settings regarding the farms. Demuth has written many different kinds of books for children, including picture books, science books, photos essays, and textbooks. She hopes her books give kids a sense of wonder about science, animals, and the earth. So whatsoever she writes close to nature. She enjoys doing research for her books and meeting the kids who read them. So her works include Joel growing up a farm man. So this is one of that. The story is from that about the Joel who he is going to be appear as a farm man. The snakes, those amazing ants, way down deep, strange ocean creatures, cradle in the trees, the story of bird's nest. So what did we get? We get that Patricia Demuth, and she has been brought up, she grew in a small town, and she had enjoyed at her time along with her brother and the sisters in those surroundings. Okay, Patricia, along with her husband, when she decided to write a book about rural America, so they moved to a farm in a town, Wisconsin. Okay, Wisconsin. So it that farm in Wisconsin is served as a setting of the story. Okay, they took their family with them in Wisconsin, where she wrote the book Joel, growing up farm man, and she was awarded best children. This book was awarded as the best children of 1982 by the Society of Midland and Authors. Okay. So this was all for the author. Why we just had the introduction regarding the author? Because the essence and the surroundings we are going to see, the details that are so minute that has been filled by the writer. It seems that the writer is present in the story, so it is because that she has experienced herself all those settings, she has observed, she has seen all those you can say features of nature around her. So that's why it was very easy, and it is a beautiful description of all the things related to farm life. Okay, so let's start from our lesson. So before It's Country for Me by Patricia Demarth, before we are moving for the story, let's know what is the story about. This story is about a young boy, 13 years old young boy, who is so energetic and enthusiastic, and he lives along with his family on their ancestral farm. His enthusiasm for work, his curiosity to learn, and earnestness is we are going to observe his earnestness throughout, as in the story. So this is in fact a very encouraging sketch of Joel's life on the farm. The farm where they are living, it has been the part of their family. The farm has been in the family for over 120 years, and that has provided, the farm has provided both them living and the home. So we will see that Joel is not only passionate about his work, but on the other hand he has got some sort of, you can say, possessive feeling, or we can say there's some sort of special association with the roots, with the soil of the farm, right? Because his family had been living there for over 120 years, over 120 years. So he had been brought up there, he had observed his ancestors, his you can say his elders working there, and he has got all those habits into his blood for enthusiasm, for working in that environment. So the farm not only just is the cause of their living, but as well as it is their home. So we'll observe that as we will move with Joel's routine, we'll observe that how passionate, on the other hand, how deeply rooted all those habits of Joel's are with all the routine of the farm matters are. So he is passionate and intelligent worker. He had not only takes care of animals at the farm, but also help his family to do the other chores. Okay. Furthermore, the story elaborates that working at the farm help to nourish our practical knowledge about agriculture, and also it is very important that how these all family members work together for farming. Okay, so it emphasizes how working with a sense of responsibility, the story emphasizes how working with a sense of responsibility and enthusiasm generates a sense of community and spirit of connectiveness among the family members. So it is very important for that we must know what is the storyline. The storyline is not about the farming and the other. It seems to be very simple and interesting that we are talking about a boy waking up early in the morning and doing all his chores regarding the farming, but in fact the story, it just has the sense and the essence. It emphasizes how working with a sense of responsibility and enthusiasm generate a sense of community and spirit of connectiveness among the family members, where they are all working together in all their high spirit to raise their farms. So this was the background of the story. So let's start our text. The text starts, what was the time? It was 11:15 at night when Joel, reading in bed, heard his mother call up. What was the time? It was 11:15. Okay, it was approximately quarter to 11 then when his mother called Joel. We may pronounce it Joel or Joel. That what did she say? Joel, come and feed Lemmy, will you? So this seems to be very odd that at the close to midnight his mother is calling him and asking him to feed the lamb. Okay, so will you, she wants him to come along with rather, or she is going, or Joel is going alone. Let's see. But it seems to be that the very starting of the lesson just describes, it shows us that how responsible, either he is going to answer the thing in a responsible way, either he is going to avoid. So let's see what is the response. She usually, who? The mother usually fed the orphaned lamb. Orphaned men, those had been deprived of their mother, but tonight she had come home late from a meeting and didn't want to go to the barn wearing good clothes. Okay, she didn't want to go to that farm. Okay, she didn't want to go to that wheat storage barn, that is in fact the wheat storage. So her mother, she used to feed that parentless lamb. But at the time, what is the reason why she is asking the help, why she is asking Joel to go and feed the lamb? Because she has just arrived late from some sort of meeting, and on the other hand, the reason is that she is wearing formal clothes, so she doesn't want to visit that wheat storage or the farm building there. Okay, so the small dog Jessica jumped up from the doorstep as Joel came outside. The small dog, what is the name of small dog? Jessica jumped up from the doorstep as Joel came outside, a pair of overalls pulled over his pajamas, the laces of his boots dangling loose. Okay, so how was his that he just tried to pull over his, I mean, he tried to manage and compose himself, but on the other hand, he just put on his shoes, but the laces of the shoes that were dangling loose, that were not tied, they were hanging, they were dropping, they were hanging, they were not tied properly. Okay, so he just had his clothes on, put on his clothes proper that he was wearing for the night. On the other hand, he just put on his shoes. Hey Jess, he greeted her, ruffling the dog's thick fur with one hand as they loped together to the barn. As they just bounced, skip, hop, loped together, hop together, skip together, bounce together to the barn. In his other hand, he carried Lambe's mail, milk replacement in a soda pop bottle capped by a black nipple. Okay, so on the other hand, he was having that drink for that lamb that has been substituted, that has been that has been given as a substitution for the milk, and he was carrying that thing to the lamb. Okay, so what has happened, that Joel instantly, very eagerly, readily accepted and listened his mother, although he just came in his night dress, and he just had his overall, and it could be like to protect himself from the winter night. On the other hand, he was having his shoelace that were hanging. He didn't tie them, but he just accompanied his bitch accompanied him, and they were just going out to feed the lamb. So this shows that how enthusiastic he is, and he is so enthusiastic, and he is so eager and willing to do work at any time. March air was cold. Yes, the March air was cold, and the yard light caught the mist of Joel's and Jessica's breaths. A dim crescent moon hung low over the over the east hayfield. Otherwise, the night was black. So, as we can just say that the pullover would be working, that whatever he just put on the clothes, whatever the overall he was working, he just wore. It could be like that, to save himself from the wind, that cold breeze. But on the other hand, it was the month of March, and the air was cold, no doubt. And what is the scene? As it was midnight, And it was little mystery. Along with being cold, but the dim crescent, there was a moon crescent. I mean, it's like a arrived moon, a new moon shape of like moon. It was just being observed on the close to that hayfield. Okay, hayfield mean grassland field area. So the night was, although the night was black, but because of that mist and all these matters, although that was a new moon that could be observed on the sky, otherwise the night was black. It is just the description of the scene, that what is this, what was the time was of the midnight. The weather was little cold, and on the other hand, both were just going to that barn. So this is showing that how caring he would be, how he just went there. Here Lammy called Joe, opening the door to the barn where the sheep are kept in the winter. The lamb sprang up from her worn straw bedding and sucked down the bottle in 30 seconds. As it seems to be that the lamb was also waiting that someone should come and feed her. Her mother had died giving birth to her a week before. As she was that lamb was orphan, so as soon as that lamb just heard Joel's opening the door, she just jumped up. Rather, she just sprang up from her warm straw bedding. Rather, she would be waiting. Rather, she was waiting for someone to feed her. So she jumped instantly from her bed that was made of straws, and she just finished all the thing in seconds. Her mother had been died. This may have been Joel's 33,000 trips to the barn. So it is her 33,000 trips. 33,000 trips mean this is the assumption that he had been there for the 1,000 times, since he goes in and out of barn at least 10 times a day. I mean, it is that 1,000 of the times that he had been visiting the barn, that area, since he goes out. And in how many times he just comes and goes and out? For 10 times more. Rather, whenever he goes out and comes in, he just visits that area. Rather, 1,000 of his trips, Joel's 33,000 trips to the barn, since he goes in and out of barn at least 10 times a day. Joel now these farm building better than he knows his own bedroom. Okay, so this shows again the ownership. This shows again the emotional attachment. This shows again that how deeply connected he is with this farm. It is more like this barn, this you can say the area or the room or the store where all these animals are kept. It is more familiar to him rather than his own living area. So it means that he had been visiting there for 1,000 of the times. He had been observing all those animals, all those sheep, all those lambs, and were loving them, taking care of them more than anything else. Joel knows these farms building better than he knows his own bedroom. He surely spends more waking hours in them, as most of the time of his day is just spent with them. He knows how to take care of the animals, the shelter, as well as he knows how to take care of himself. Farming is Joel's world. Please underline this sentence. This all paragraph is dedicated towards Joel's passion towards you can say towards his love for the nature. Okay, number one. On the other hand, his connection or his emotional attachment towards farm and the other animals. Okay, number three is this, that Joel appear to be a caring person, and above all, the writer has shown us that Joel is farming working regarding the farms. All those are matters are rather a world to Joel. So one thing, something that is so close to us, something that is so you can say dear to us, we just make that thing world to us. Okay, so all those matter connected to farming, all those matter connected to his animals, that are like a world to him. So the very title of the lesson, that it's country farming, the country doesn't mean having a side area, rural area. Here its country mean the whole world, the country where he is living, the country where it seems to be that his life starts from there, and he is going to spend his whole life with all these, in these surroundings, with all these animals. So this shows that Joel's appearing as a passionate worker, as a responsible worker, as a dedicated worker towards his farming. So in fact, this was the title, Joel growing up a farm man, where we have just observed that how he would be behaving with all his animals and with all his family. We would become, in the coming pages we will be observing that how he will be behaving with his family members. This was all for today. It is an interesting, no doubt it is an easy but interesting lesson, where we are going to compare ourselves and our routines with Joel routine, and we'll see that how passionate we are to go work with all in our capacity. Okay, take good care of you. If you have any problem regarding this lesson, please let me know. And this was all for today. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.